Hello and welcome back to another transition guidance video from the Business Change team. Today's video focuses on how you can embed the change street manager in your organisation. As we get closer to the deadline of 31st of March, we hope this will be helpful for everyone who is in the midst of transitioning.
So what do we mean by embedding the change? Put simply, we're talking about making sure that the change to street manager is permanent, efficient, and baked into your organisation's processes and systems. The worst case scenario if your change does not stick is confusion among staff and unnecessary dual running of systems leading to inefficiencies. An effective change plan will also avoid the need for workarounds and general dissatisfaction towards the new system. The difference between this video and previous transition guidance videos is that we're now talking about the long term, rather than just the activities which you need to tick off to be compliant with regulation on the 1st of April. By now, we hope that you're all well underway with these activities, so it's good timing to remember to take a step back to look at the bigger picture.
To simplify change activities, which can often feel like a mammoth task, we've split the approach into 4 categories: training, processes, systems, and communications. First is training. Designing a robust programme is integral to ensure the street manager is adopted within your organisations. Carry out analysis to highlight who requires what type of training and tailor it to their needs. For example, splitting people into groups based on similar needs to understand who can be trained together. This means that training can be tailored to ensure it's relevant to each group. It's helpful to plan sequential blocks of training, as this will allow you to adapt your approach in response to feedback. Remember that Street Manager will continue to develop new functionality in the long term, so plan to revisit your training plan at regular intervals to identify any new requirements. Secondly, think about core business processes. Street Manager is an opportunity to examine these from a critical perspective. Pinpoint any inefficiencies and plan redesigns which will help your organisation in the long run. Collaborate with your contractors to define your future processes and ways of working, as well as informing them of any changes. At the very basic level, you need to make sure that the Street Manager user journey is compatible with your core processes. Internal systems need to be prepared for the transition too. Whether you're using the UI or API, it's important to make sure that you aren't caught out by firewalls or system incompatibilities on the 1st of April. Check these well in advance to give yourself enough time to react to any problems. Run through end-to-end journeys in Sandbox so you know exactly how your native systems interact with Street Manager. Teething problems on day one will hinder initial adoption. Give your organisation the best chance of success by ensuring that the system runs without any glitches. Underpinning all these elements is the way you communicate with internal and external stakeholders. Staying in regular contact and establishing a cadence to your communications means that people will know when to expect an update and can plan accordingly. Prep staff well in advance so they know where to go if they encounter any issues. Remember that communication is a two-way street, so invite input from those who will be using the system on your approach.
Now there are several places where you can find support materials to help your change strategy. GitHub is the main repository of all documentation, including API documentation, onboarding guidance, business rules, and change materials. This is open source, so feel free to share this with your organisation. The Business Change app contains the same documents but also has a forum and chat functionality so that you can ask questions to the rest of the Street Manager community. Events like the weekly Monday webinar are also publicised here. You can download the app from the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. The service desk is the place to go for technical support. If you encounter a bug with Street Manager, then create an account and raise a ticket here. Speak to your governance rep to let them know what features you'd like to see in the future. They will begin attending monthly meetings from March the 5th, where the ongoing development of the service will be decided upon. They are responsible for bringing feedback from users to the table, so familiarise yourself with who your rep is and how they can be contacted. Lastly, you can email streetmanager@dft.gov.uk with any other queries not answered by the above.
3 key takeaways from this video are: Number 1. Street Manager will soon become a legal requirement. Aim for your access, whether it's through API or UI, to become business as usual so that you're ready for the change. Number 2. Plan for the long term. You will save time and effort in the future if your change plan is effective now. And number 3. Use all the help on offer. If you're in doubt about anything, then contact the Business Change team. We're here to help.